And hey there guys, welcome back to another episode of The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess. I am your host, the Bread Pirate, and I guess I owe an apology, maybe? So apparently I made a video just this week called The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess 10 Secrets, and it was meant to be a parody of the old-fashioned 2008 videos that I grew up loving. And, you know, I actually made it on a bona fide version of Windows Movie Maker from 2007, which, let me tell you guys, is like trying to drag a toddler to the dentist's office. It was screaming and kicking the entire way, but it's finally done, God willing. But apparently, when I uploaded this video, it was a little bit too genuine because a few people actually thought that it was from the year 2008. Hate to break it to you guys, not quite from that year. That'd be great if it was, but no. That'd be great if it was, but unfortunately, no, it's not. There's a few giveaways, you know, for example, I didn't start being called the Bread Pirate until 2016 when I came up with the username, and also, I didn't start making videos until 2010, and then when I did, it was on my mom's webcam. So it was never my intention to trick people with the video. I just thought it would be fun to make a love letter to that style that I grew up with, and you can't jump over those walls. Ooh, interesting observation, mister. Why can't you jump walls? But I guess if people were fooled by it, I can easily see why. I mean, it is made on an actual version of Windows Movie Maker, and it does have a lot of gags and Easter eggs to things from that era. Like, for example, Super Smash Bros. Brawl. There's also, oh man, I can't ramp through this? I'm learning all sorts of things today. It also has reference to this really obscure Easter egg that people thought they found in the Gerudo Desert. The way that it goes is that these two different people in 2008 thought that they saw the Desert Colossus somewhere in this region of the Gerudo Desert, which I don't actually think it is the Desert Colossus, but I thought that that was such a funny observation on both of their parts, and I'm like, yeah, you know what, we'll add that. That's an Easter egg. That's an Easter egg we'll add to the video of some old-fashioned, I guess, Zelda mystery that people thought they saw in that era. But anyways, yeah, so that's why the Desert Colossus fact is thrown in there, even though it's clearly not the Desert Colossus. Although I could also see why people would think that looks like that, you know? It does have this vague, reminiscent look of the Desert Colossus, and you know, people like to try and find connections between the Zelda games, so that one kind of made sense. Oh gee, holy cow, I've never seen this one before. Whoa. Would you look at that? Wow. Oh, gee, hey, mister. Stay in your spot. Mr. Blue Guy. Mr. Blue Guy, we are not participating in any Blue Guy shenanigans. I'll put the Blue Guy on the screen so you know. Yeah, in fact, you know what? I'm gonna get revenge on you, mister. This is what you get. That's what you get. Take that, blue man. I ground you up into some smoothie and I drank your guts. Actually, I guess since we're here, I can give you guys a little bonus fact. These pellets that are dropped by the bomb skits are identical to a certain ball of yarn that's in Hyrule Castletown, which I could go show you guys. We could actually go look at that right now if you want. That's a little Easter egg to a fact that I'm gonna be doing eventually. But is not on the channel yet. And there are a lot more Twilight Princess facts I want to cover. I just could not possibly cover them all in one crappy Windows Movie Maker video. And I really didn't want to. I just kind of wanted to do, that love letter to Windows Movie Maker, and then do the rest of them normally. And there are so many Twilight Princess facts. You have no idea. There are so many. The list is very large. Unfortunately, if I told you guys my upload schedule strategy for how I'm going to release this information, whoa, there's a chest here, then you guys would probably put my head on a stake and travel it around town, which would not be really great for my constitution. But I'm not going to reveal it, so I'm not going to reveal it. All you need to know is eventually I'm going to talk about the facts from Twilight Princess. They're going to be released in some shape, fashion, or form, and it's going to be great. It's going to be great. It's going to be great. It's going to be huge. It's going to be huge. Okay, that is not a fun place to be. Hey, buddy. What are you putting those bomb skits in the ground for? Why'd you do that? And on the topic of Windows Movie Maker, it is kind of a shame that growing up, I used to love the program, but nowadays, I just for some reason cannot get it to function the way that I would like it to function. It just seems to lag really consistently after about 20 minutes of being used, and then crashes and loses all the progress unless you saved it. And I can't really use an editing software that does that, which just makes me sad. Just makes me a little bit sad. We're gonna call Epona here. I kind of need a ride. Running as Wolf Link around Hyrule is, functional, but not nearly as fast as using Epona, and I think this is worth the time investment. You know, something else that really amazed me about Windows Movie Maker is that apparently, I was using the version from Windows Vista. That's not the fun, interesting thing. Windows Vista's version of Windows Movie Maker does not accept MP4 files. What? Are MP4 files that new that they weren't around in 2007? That's just kind of weird to me. Oh, okay, wait. I want to just take a little moment to observe these little bomb skit bombs. We're gonna take a look at them again. Hey, whoa, buddy. Okay, sorry, opponent. I think I just hit you in the crossfire there. Look at this. Study this. Look at this little ball. Oh, we got another closer one here. It's gonna damage me in a second. This is what we're looking at. That's what we're going to investigate, okay? Brace yourselves. Brace yourselves. You're not ready for this, but this is gonna be really cool. Oh, it's raining. It's raining. Wait. I gotta investigate something. I think it's about to start raining in just a second. Is it gonna start raining? Please say, oh, it's starting to rain. Yes. I've wanted to investigate this for so long. I'm about to kill this guy. Watch this. Okay, it's raining. You die. You're gonna drop a worm, and I'm gonna pick it up. Will the worm be sparkling? No. Dang it. I guess a story for another time. I'm gonna have to explain to you guys the rainbow worm story. Oh, well. And, ooh, okay, it's a little bit moody out tonight. Very mysterious. Hey, dog, do you like worms? Here you go. I just gave that dog worms. Okay, wait, took a wrong turn. Okay, yes, this way. We're gonna go this way. We take a left right here. And we're almost there. Almost there. And there we are. Look at that. It's hard to view it. In fact, I don't even think there's a way of going into first person mode while you're in this area. But if you take a close look at that, I'm just gonna zoom in on the screen. That is in fact the exact same model as the bomb skit bombs from earlier. For some reason, the devs just reused the model, which is cool. Very funny. I'm pretty sure the bomb skip ball is used in the Hidden Village as well? Question mark? I'm not entirely sure on that one. Don't quote me on that. That's just kind of maybe my memory playing tricks on me. Look at that. Look at those cute little guys. That's such a tiny little cat. Barely big enough to kick the ball of yarn around. I am really curious if on the HD version it's the exact same. I really have no idea. But that's one of my own observations. I found that out myself when I was just wandering around the game because I have this love-hate relationship with bomb skits. That's a story for another day. And I know that model all too well, so when I saw the cats playing with it the other day, I was like, oh, wait a minute, that's a fact. That's a fact. And that'll be in one of the fact list videos someday. Not yet, but someday it will be. And actually, if I could add one more thing onto this conversation about 2008 videos, one thing I really love about videos from that time period is that they used the word secrets, tips, and tricks when they were labeling things. Whoa, that is huge. And also, that's interesting. That spot right there, if I go to my map, is where the River Rapids game unloads. So when you're playing the River Rapids game, this is where the waterfall is, and you fall right into the lake. That's pretty interesting. And that's also why if I jumped down there right now, I'm pretty sure it would take me to Lake Hylia. So let's do that. Let's give that a shot. Yeah, I think that's gonna pump me out right in the middle of the lake. Let's see. Yeah, look at that. There we go, Lake Hylia. Shortcut. Anyways, I really like the way that they labeled videos like that. It just, I don't know, it's something cozier about it than saying facts. You know, fact is kind of a sterile word. It's very scientific sounding. And, you know, there's something kind of safe about using that on the YouTube space. Everybody likes using the word fact. Especially, I think that came from Minecraft. I think Minecraft is where that word came from, that community. But I would really like to try using the word secrets more often when I'm making my videos. Because Zelda is a game about finding secrets. And that makes way more sense to emphasize that than the word fact. So if I start relabeling my videos as secrets instead of facts, then you guys will know why. You know why. It's I learned something from the old school YouTube video community. But anyways, that's everything for today's video. So until I see you next time, have fun storming the castle. Wah, 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 wah. Wow. I'm gonna jump in the water now. Woo!